Very good afternoon to all. Myself, Shailendra Malik, and I am representing the Hive India. And today we have with us Sri Gopal Gupta, who is the Managing Director of Lexicon Steel Limited. And we are here today to discuss about the current situation of the Indian steel industry, specifically the secondary steel. And basically, we are going to discuss on 3 points. One is the current scenario, the current situation of the industry, and then how we can recover from the current pandemic situation and bring back the industry on a road to recovery. And what are the future trends which we are expecting, specifically in the steel industry. So, Mr. Gopal, if we can start our discussion, and if you can start with the current status of the steel industry, if you can share with us, being one of the industry leader, please,
Good
Mr.
afternoon, everyone. Thanks for Shalanti for inviting me.
Thank you, sir.
So, if you talk about the current status of steel industry in India, I would say the steel industry is not impacted that much if you compare it with other industries like tourism and automobiles and hospitality, travel, so retailing. Yeah. So these kind of, so luckily we are in good shape. We're not impacted that much. Capacity utilization, definitely immediately after COVID, we were badly hit. But being a continuous industry, the government allowed us to run. Maybe 10, 15 days we were closed, but after that, all of us have started. So current capacity utilization, I would say, is about, if you talk about the secondary steel producers, I think it's varying between 70 to 80% or 90% somewhere, which is quite good. So not bad.
Gopalji, I'll interrupt you in between that. Very
Yeah.
recently, we have seen we have heard a news that the steel prices, the steel market, the steel prices are increased up to 2000 rupees 2000 per ton. So, as per your views, are we considering this as a growth in demand of the steel sector? What are the reason of the increase in the price, specifically in this situation? So, is there any improvement in the demand? That is the main reason behind that.
So the increase in prices is not 2000, it is more than that.
More than
We
that.
are talking about, yeah, it is more than that. Today, if you talk about pre-COVID period, immediately after COVID, the prices of scrap in Bhavnagar or Alang maybe was about 20,000. Now it is 25,000. I would say 4,000 is definitely is a right figure. So it is not only because of the demand. Demand is there definitely because government infrastructure is also coming up. Government is giving moratoriums to loans. I mean, government is supporting a lot. Definitely because of that, automobile sector is picking up. But the main reason would be, I consider, is because of the increase in the prices of iron ore. Iron ore, because of the iron ore prices, primary steel producers have increased prices, and definitely because of that, secondary steel prices are also going up. This is
So you
my
mean to
thought on
say
the
that
prices.
apart from the demand, there are other factors as well who have contributed to the increase in the prices, which is which is the raw material availability of the raw.
Raw material cost. Yes, availability of raw material is very poor. Scrap prices have gone up. Import prices have gone up by 20, $30. Yes.
Gopalji, you were also part of our recent webinar where Shri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, our
Yeah.
Honorable Steel Minister, was also there as a chief guest. And during the discussion, he specifically said that, and he also appealed to the entire domestic industry to use the domestically produced steel. So, how do you feel that this kind of initiative by the government, by the steel ministry, would help our industry, the steel industry, in future, considering the current situation?
Definitely no. Yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely, if we start reusing our own manufactured steel, and especially for the infrastructure project, like if you remember on the last Independence Day, our Prime Minister talked about 100 lakh crore of investment in infrastructure pipe as an infrastructure pipeline policy, which was announced by Nirmala ji. If in 5 years we are going to spend 1.4 trillion, which is 100 lakh crore, and that most of that amount is utilized by procuring local steel. definitely the industry is going to do very well. Yeah.
Uh, uh, Gopalji, you being one of the owner of a very big organization, and you must be also facing some kind of challenges since we have already started the operation. So, if you can share what kind of challenges being faced by the owners, by the manufacturer, specifically during this time, and how we can recover from, how we can come out of those challenges.
If you talk about the challenges what we had during the start during the COVID period, during the lockdown period, so definitely there were challenges. The main challenge that we were facing was different states were having different laws. Like our material movement, manpower movement, that was the biggest trouble. Otherwise, there was not much of a trouble in operations. Manpower definitely left for their villages. We were working with about 50% manpower in the initial days. But most of the challenge was different states, different laws. But now things are getting better. And if you talk about the challenges today, so main challenge that today we are facing is still shortage of manpower, and that is also in different states, different. In I was speaking to someone in Calcutta. There was no shortage of manpower. I was speaking to somebody in Chennai. He said he's still running at only 60% because of manpower. So I think that is the biggest challenge right now. Otherwise, government is quite supportive, I would say, because of this COVID fund they have given 10% to 20% different organizations, moratorium on principal and interest. Yeah.
Gopalji, recently Steel Ministry have set up a working group committee as well to monitor the usage of steel across the country. Okay, I hope you must be aware about that as well. So how do you see this particular initiative by the Steel Ministry and the Government of India would really help for the betterment and for the recovery of the steel industry, steel sector?
Yeah, definitely. If we
Really
all
help?
come together, and yeah, definitely it's going to help. I can't comment on how much it's going to help, but it is definitely going to help. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Gopal, any suggestion which you want to share, any input of yours which you want, which we can have from your side, that what we can do, what should be done to bring back the steel industry on a track so that we can achieve a goal, a common goal of uh, achieving the produce whatever target which we have taken pre-pandemic to produce and to reach that capacity of steel manufacturing?
I would say, I mean, I'll divide your question into two parts. One is initiative from the government, and one is initiative from the industry side. So let's talk about the government first. Government, I think, is if they continue to spend on government infrastructure, definitely that's going to help. Protectionism measures government has to adapt, like import duties and all, because all other countries, if you talk about US, everybody is levying import duties and all. So government has to take care of our protection. That's from the government side. And if you talk about us as an industry, I would say, uh, first of all, we have to be little optimistic now. We should think that worst is behind us. Now there is no looking back. With government support and all, definitely we will pick up. The production, I would say, is going. I read the WSA data, World Steel Association data. They are predicting about 6% downfall in the production this year. But India's production can still be maintained because China is little left behind. China is catering to its own demand now. China is not able to. I mean, if you talk about Vietnam and all, they prefer to buy from India. So we can still hope to cover that gap. This is my thought.
So you mean to say that government have to play, and government is playing, especially the steel ministry is playing a very major role, bringing back the steel industry right on track, on a right track. And this is something which we are expecting from the government as well. And government is already taking many initiatives to support the industry, to support the steel industry. And there are other measures which we can also take to bring back this industry on track. And how do you feel like future of our industry, since as all of us are aware that steel manufacturing sector plays a very major role for any economy. We talk about any country economy, we can predict and we can calculate the growth of an economy by the growth of the steel sector of that particular country. So how do you feel that what is the future of steel industry in our economy and in our country?
In India's economy, in our country, steel is definitely playing a major role. I don't know how much, but I think 3% of GDP is steel, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not very sure. But definitely, with increasing prices and restrictions on China, definitely our industry is going to play, our industry here in India, definitely we are at a plus point, and we should encash that. It's going to do very well in the next coming days. Yeah.
So
Like
we can take it
2021 is going to be a very good year, I think.
very good year. Okay. So
2021.
we can
Yeah.
take it like in that manner that the current situation is something which is temporary, and the future of steel segment, steel industry in India is very bright, and maybe we can see the changes and the increase in demand and better changes starting from 2021.
Definitely. Maybe from fourth quarter this year as well.
This year as well, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gopalji, and it was a pleasure that we had you during our conversation on the steel segment, and we hope that we can have you for our future communication as well on the steel segment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shailendra ji. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you.